Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I am back today with another $10 challenge video, which you might not guess given my location. I'm not in my car, which is where I normally start those. But this one was a little bit different because I actually have already gone to Walmart and figured out what it was that I was going to watch for this video, which I will show that in a little bit here, and we'll kind of kick off the vlog style of this video in a few minutes. But I wanted to intro this a little bit. So I actually have like a couple of movies sitting over here that I've started filming like vlogs for this $10 challenge over the past 2 months, but I'd never actually sat down and watched the movies, so they're still sitting there. So I'm not even going to say what number this is on this series because I frankly don't know when this one's going to go live, but I needed to start this thing off. So I was actually watching a video recently on Movies and Sue, her channel, where she showed some of the new releases at Walmart, and there was one movie in there that looked like something I had to have, and of course it was $10. So I was like, perfect. I have got to have this movie for my $10 challenge. So that is what we are going to be looking at today. No idea if this thing is going to be any good or not. Like, I'm like 50-50 with my $10 challenge. One of them was, actually, am I even? Yeah, I think I liked the second one. I didn't love the first one. I liked the second one, which was the Neil Blomkamp film, but I haven't done this in like 2 months. Like I said, I started filming a couple, but I never ended up following through on them. So yeah, I'm excited about this one though. I have the movie in my possession, but I want to show you guys me picking this one out at Walmart rather, so you can see what it is that I'm grabbing. But after we show some Walmart footage, I am going to go back to my normal vlog style for this video. I'm going to watch it and then just kind of give you my immediate impressions and see if this one is worth the $10 that Walmart is asking for it or not. If you guys do have a second though, please hit that like button. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to another entry in my $10 challenge series.
This is the one we need.
Not that one. It's close, but not quite. We're gonna grab this one because it's Saw meets Jaws, and that just sounds amazing. And this one is not from ITN. It's not streaming, and I need to see it. Another one here is the Walmart exclusive Alien Shark, which just looks absolutely amazing. But this one I'm gonna wait on. Have to go with the Blood in the Water because it just sounds perfect. And that's exactly what I came for today, so I don't even need to look around. Oh, I should mention, from Mill Creek, the new Walmart exclusive on DVD, complete series of Magnum PI. It's always cool to see. Another one I talked about in my anticipated releases, an honorable mention, but I talked about the Blu-ray. We Need to Do Something. That one is streaming, so I'm gonna watch it first before I buy it. But yeah, that's why I came, so that's enough. We can go back home now with Blood in the Water.
I have this one, Whoa.
Whoa.
Mama has this one and this one, and this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one.
Well, Grandma has a lot.
See that?
All right, so back home now, and excuse the giant mess behind me. I don't know why I thought this would be a good filming angle. You're actually sitting on, you know what, let me show you, because this is so stupid. You're sitting on top of a whole bunch of movies, a bunch of DVDs that are intending to go into binders, but they've been sitting here for weeks now, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. But anyway, Blood in the Water is what we're watching tonight. It's actually admittedly a couple weeks later now, or like a week later, I guess it is. But I'm finally getting around to watching this one. So I'm going to open this boy up and see. I love that, like, it's even on the actual cover art, the Saw meets Jaws. That's so awesome. What's the point of the... Anyway, yeah, so let's get Blood in the Water. I keep forgetting the name of it. Let's get Blood in the Water opened and see what this thing has to offer.
It's time to meet your namesake.
All right, so Blood in the Water is done, and, well...
Blood in the Water's done.
So one thing I just noticed is, I think I showed this earlier, but hopefully you can see that. Take a look at the screen there. Like, the picture that they're showing, there's characters that aren't even in the movie. Like, there's a woman in a bikini and a guy wearing, like, he looks like a hipster with a nice shirt. Like, that's not even in the movie. So I didn't notice that at first, but like, that's just hilarious. Anyway, I will also point out before I get into talking about the movie that there are no special features on this at all. There's literally a 5.1 audio track, which I didn't hear behind me at all throughout the entire film, and then a 2.1 audio track. So yeah, that's literally it. You get surround sound or you get stereo, and that's all you're getting. Woo, excuse me. That's all you're getting on this release. So, all right, let's talk about this. Blood in the Water. So as it says there, Saw meets Jaws. Well, it's a Saw ripoff. The only thing that makes this anything like Jaws is that there is a shark. So basically we have a group of 6 people. Our main character is this woman who is going through something. We don't really know what, but she ends up at this pool. She's like locked. They're all chained up on at this pool. There are 4 of them to start, and then 2 more get brought in by whoever our mysterious bad guy is. And they're all going to be related somehow, of course, because that's how, movies like this work. And we're trying to, throughout the entire film, figure out what it is that ties all these people together and figure out why it is that they're, tied up here and why this person is feeding them to their great white shark that they have as a pet, apparently. The premise of this is awesome. Like, I love the idea of a Saw film. Like, I love movies like that. I love the Saw franchise. We went through the Cinefessions podcast, went through the entire franchise up to that point. It's just fun. Like, even the later ones, they're stupid, but they're fun to watch because of the traps. Well, this is basically Saw, but with one trap. And of course, the gimmick being the shark. So the problems with this movie, though, is that the execution, as you would probably expect, like, it's just not there. First off, they're tied to this pool, and it's like a pool that's like 5 feet deep. Like, you can tell, like, you can see to the bottom. It's super shallow, yet there's supposed to be this great white shark swimming through it, which is just absurd. So that part, that took me out of it a ton. The fact that, like, the special effects, they don't look terrible for what's there, but there's so little there. I thought the shark itself, I thought actually looked pretty decent when it was like swimming, but they show that for like 2 seconds, and then it's just like a fake shark attacking a person or the actor, which again doesn't look terrible. I thought the special effects were decent there, but then it's just boom, it like cuts to black, or that's the end of the scene. So there's just nothing. So they don't have to do a lot with the special effects, which I understand. I'm sure this movie cost very little to make. And so I get that aspect of it, but like, it's super disappointing. You can't describe yourself as Saw meets Jaws and then cut away from the gore. Like, that's not okay. If I want, people watch Saw for the gore, for the effects there. And that's what makes it, that's what is part of the fun. And that's just missing here. And when you have this cool idea of this shark, like, just do something more with it. Maybe don't have them tied up to such a small pool. Like, could you not find like an Olympic-sized pool to use for this film instead? Just something that made it feel a little bit more believable. And so that really hurt it for me overall, was just the lack of the shark. Because frankly, the shark's not in it very often either. We start off with 6 people, and then maybe 15 minutes later, probably not even 15 minutes later, we're down to 3. And those 3 are basically our main characters here. So there are 2, I would say, that would be considered like our main character. And it's Cody, who we find out early on is a police officer played by Brendan Jones, and then Hannah Ponting, who plays Zara. I'll say, the acting in this is not terrible. It's not bad. The script is really where this thing just goes off the rails. Oh my God. And then, like, we're watching this absurd shark movie. Well, Saw meets shark movie. And then at the end is this like super melodramatic soliloquy that the main actress, that Zara, goes off on. And it's ridiculous. Like, It is so just, it's just filled with so much drama. It is the definition of melodrama, and it is terrible. Not because of the acting, just because of the writing. I will say though that our main actress, like, I don't think she's bad, but Hannah Ponting, definitely a background in stage acting. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, you could tell. And the other thing is with this, I don't know if they were trying to hide accents. Like, I don't know why they would. It's supposed to be, it's a UK film, and some of them had accents. Some of them sounded like maybe Irish accents. Some of them had, English accents. Some of them they sounded like me. So I don't know. It was just really weird mix of actors. And I don't know if some of them were it sounded like our main actress was trying to hide an accent of some sort. And I think that also played into the fact that it felt like she was doing a stage play as opposed to a film, which, it's different. Like, yes, acting is acting, but when you're on the stage, you're in a larger venue. The people in the back row have to understand what's going on, where on film, we're right here. I don't have to do too much. And so that hurt it a little bit, hurt her character a little bit, because she was doing a little much. I mean, I'll give the acting a pass, as I am, want to do. I'll give the acting a pass, but really for me, it's just the script was not good at all. The ending, the way it wraps up is just so absurd and ridiculous. It's just, man, such a cool idea that they do virtually nothing with. The backstories on these people and the reason that they're all connected is just so dumb. Like, one guy's a used car salesman. He knows his cars aren't great, but he sells them anyway. And it happens to result in an accident. Another person, tries kidnapping a baby. And then as they're running away, somebody dies. It's just absurd. And then, there is what was one of the other ones? I don't even remember. A person kills somebody for their insurance money. It's just weird things that are all related to one lawyer who is basically blackmailing all of them. It's just not well done, unfortunately. I was kind of into it at the start, because when our first shark pops up, it's okay, this is cool. Doesn't look bad. I was assuming at that point, we're going to get more of this shark as this movie goes on, and it's going to look even better. That's just not the case. And it doesn't wrap up into anything. And then the ending, it's just it just stops. It's like they ran out of steam and just said, cut, we're wrapping it right there. It makes zero sense. I don't know. It's not, I'm so disappointed because it looks so cool. Has such a cool idea and a really good premise, but it's just not done well. I'll also mention a spoiler for a future episode. This is directed by Dominic Nutter is his name. Well, Dominic Nutter also directed a movie called, can I show it there? Jurassic Island. So this is actually a spoiler for a future $10 challenge episode, because I actually bought this 2 months ago now and meant to watch, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So that'll be a future $10 challenge episode, and I'm not as excited about it now after seeing this one. Not necessarily that the direction was bad. It's just, I don't know, it didn't do anything interesting either. So I don't know. Just such a disappointing film. And one that I can't recommend. So on the $10 challenge, I rated the film either as, skip it, which just means it's not worth it at all. Dollar Tree, which means wait till it's $1.25 and, maybe it's worth it then. Or Walmart, which means go out, pick up this movie for $10. I think it's worth it. This one, unfortunately, I got to give Blood in the Water from 2022 a skip it. It's just not worth your time. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't really do anything interesting outside of the premise that it never delivers on. This is just the ultimate disappointment for me, because it had so much potential to be something interesting, and it's not. So don't waste your time. Don't get sucked in by that awesome idea of Saw meets Jaws, because it's just a Saw ripoff, but with only one trap, and it's not interesting. The backstories are not interesting in the least. So, yeah, you already knew it was going to suck. I totally understand that. But man, sometimes you get some gems. this just didn't happen to be one of them. So yeah, in my opinion, it's worth a skip. If you see it at the Dollar Tree, I don't even think it's worth your time there. But I want to know what you guys think of Blood in the Water. If this is a movie that you've seen, did you like this one a little bit better than I did? Or are you with me? Like, this is just not worth the time at all. Unfortunately, this one is not streaming anywhere, which I would have just watched it streaming. I actually looked it up the first time I saw it. And I think I was talking about it in Movies and Sue's video. I looked it up there to see if it was streaming because I wanted to just see it, and it wasn't. So if I wanted to watch it, I had to buy it. So that's what I ended up doing. And, you know, again, like, who cares? Worst case scenario, I've supported an indie film. $10 isn't going to break me, right? So I've supported an indie filmmaker. Hopefully, you know, if they are supported more, they can go on to do bigger and better things. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give him a shot with Jurassic Island and see eventually if I like that one anymore. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this $10 challenge. And if so, please give this one a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I was saying, leave comments below. What do you think of this one? And yeah, is it one that you're interested in seeing, or are you going to pass on it as I suggest? Let me know your thoughts on this and anything else down in the comments below. I really do appreciate that. And like I always say, guys, I don't just talk movies. I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this one. And I want to encourage you to consume some media today. Hopefully your consumption will be a little bit better than mine. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time.